topics, more entertainment, more news.
Foodies watching movies.
Adulting 80s.
Podcastrophe, the voice of survival.
Kids for sale. Gallif Radio.
Brews with dudes. Journey into wrestling. Journey into Comics Network. JourneyIntoComics.com. The following Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics
Network. Production.
Heritage. Warning: Podcastrophe imminent. This is Podcastrophe with Dick and Tyler, and we're coming at you with a fistful of heritage on a podcast where anything goes and there are no safe spaces. This is Podcastrophe.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an extra episode of Podcastrophe. We told you that this was going to happen. We told you that we were going to do extra content, and here we are doing extra content. I'm joined by my lovely wife,
Hi.
and we're in Ohio right now.
Do you know who that is?
I have no idea who that is.
Hello.
Hello, Carlisle Laurent. Probably on Podcasting Mates. That's the only place I really posted it. But yeah, so we're chilling at my mom's in Ohio,
Yes.
down in this really awesome basement. I love this basement.
Yeah, we could throw some good parties down here.
Oh yeah, we could throw some parties in this house.
Yeah. Up to 4 people watching.
Oh
Woo!
man. Oh shit, Wayne Rath's here. I haven't talked to that guy in years. It's one of my old internet buddies from like back in the day.
Caboose. Why is he calling you Caboose?
Because that used to be like my nickname, Mr. Caboose.
Why?
I don't know. It was just something I came up with as a username. I mean, have you never seen my email? It's Mr. Caboose.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, so we're just chilling at my mom's. We've had a pretty decent weekend so far. Started yesterday with the trip over here, and we stopped at 450 North Brewing Company. I had me some beers.
I had a slushy.
You had a slushy.
Very delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious?
Which one did you get? The boysenberry?
No, I got the triple berry. I tried the boysenberry, and then I got a glass of the triple berry, and I kind of regret that. I wish I would have gotten the boysenberry because it was very sour and tart, and I liked that.
Let me look at the picture. Oh, I didn't save the picture. That sucks.
What picture?
The picture of my flight.
You had triple berry, boysenberry.
And we don't know.
You had this drink.
Okay, so I had the Cryo Citra nuggets.
Yeah, and then the milkshake.
Boysenberry, triple berry, and the cherry fresh fruit, which I got a growler of, and a couple of these little. I got 2 of these 6th anniversary 450 North glasses.
6 years?
6 years.
Wow. And we're just now hearing about them. Like,
Yeah, this last year. Well, it's because like this last couple years is when they finally started doing like all the crazy like releases and stuff, which is
wonder what their first beer was. Do you know their first beer?
Oh, I don't know, because they like I said, it started out as a winery, the Simmons Winery.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Which I didn't pick up any
they
wine.
branched out. Yeah, we were supposed to taste some wine.
That's because there was cackling women up there.
Yeah, cackling women do that. They
Can't be around cackling women.
They hog it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you had what, like a turkey club thing?
Yeah.
Like
it was a club sandwich.
Yeah, club sandwich. And I
Wasn't
had
the greatest.
I had a chicken pasta that was just
Too
it was,
much.
it was delicious, but it was too much. There was so much there. Which that's what we ate at. That's what we ate there when we did the corn maze was
Yes.
that chicken pasta.
But we also went like all day without eating and drinking.
And we also shared it.
And we always shared it. Which I tried to get you to share that day or yesterday, but you didn't want to.
Well,
Because for some reason you don't listen to your wife, and you should.
I mean, that's just I'm a man.
Oh man, what?
We don't listen to people.
You should listen to your wife.
But
You
no,
wanna
like
survive.
I was like, you know what? I'll just get it for myself because the last time we got it, I ate most of it anyways.
I don't know. I ate quite a bit.
I don't remember. Oh, it's not like I was drunk that day.
Yeah.
I was buzzed. I like to describe it as buzz to the highest degree. Like I
had a buzz until we sat there waiting for food, and then I lost it. It was a slight buzz. Mainly because we didn't eat much.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, when were we waiting for food?
When we were sitting on the porch.
Yeah, that's
sitting
right.
there,
waiting to get in.
being mean people and laughing at the...
Yeah. No, like I like to describe my buzz as like a buzz to the highest degree. It's like just that, it's like that level of buzz that you reach just before you go over the edge into drunk.
Happiness.
Happiness. Yes, happiness. But I never crossed that threshold. I never went into the drunk territory. Just kind of maintained that buzz all day.
Boy, did our passengers get into that territory.
Oh, yeah. Steven, Austin, and Justin.
Which I saw him at Walmart, like, I don't know, a week and a half ago. And I remember people, and I was walking down the cheese aisle.
He probably didn't remember you at all.
I was like, and he goes, and then like 15 seconds later, he goes, oh, I remember you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of weird.
He is.
I've
Very awkward.
never been...
Now we have no viewers.
Oh, man, your mom left us.
Oh. Who's back?
I don't know. Maybe it's your mom again. For those listening, we are live on the Facebook. So if
Nobody's
you want to watch a video
watching
of this,
us.
it's here. It's there. So typically our live stream is on Tuesdays, roughly around 5:30 or 6. And that's the main episode. That gets recorded and released on Thursday, which, speaking of the audio show, we are now available on iTunes.
Since when?
Since like yesterday or the day before.
You didn't tell me this.
I was waiting to announce it for this or sometime. So yeah, if you want to, you can subscribe to us either on Podbean
You fancy dancy smart iPhone users.
or iTunes. Go ahead, subscribe to us on iTunes. You'll get a show. You'll get our show. But anyway, so yeah, we went to 450 North. I did this thing where
You spent too much money? Always.
Yeah. I saved money, kind of, because I was like, I want to get a growler of this fresh fruit.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if I could use my own growler, which I still have my uncle. I have 2 like stainless steel, like mini keg growlers. People's Brewing Company growlers that my uncle gave me to fill up a couple years ago, and I never got them filled up. Well, one got filled up yesterday because they let me use it, but it was only like $4.50 to buy one of theirs, which I should have just did that and had one of those for myself. Because I mean, it's your typical like glass growler. It doesn't look anything special, just with the 450 North logo on it. But yeah, so we left there, drove for a while.
In the horrible traffic.
In the horrible traffic.
I don't know how your driving was after we switched, but from 450 until we switched was horrible.
Yeah.
It was just...
It wasn't terrible for me.
Oh, for me it was. It was constant, like, people hitting their brakes and speeding up, and hitting their brakes and speeding up, and just the line of traffic. I'm talking into it.
No, you're not.
They can hear my voice.
Mm-hmm. I'll be the judge of that when I mix this.
Anyway, it was bad. And then I finally was like dozing off, and like we had to switch because I couldn't stay awake, and I was getting pissed.
All I wanted you to do is get me past Indy.
Well, I got you an hour away from your mom, so
Yep.
I did my part.
I did my part too, twice. And then so we got here.
I had to rush and get ready since somebody wouldn't let me get ready before.
Yeah.
I wonder who that could have been.
And we didn't even need to. Really.
We did.
Not really. No.
No, we did, because we had to get in line. You saw how busy it got, how fast it was. How fast. Yeah.
Yeah, but even once we got inside the venue, it took a while for the
It doesn't matter. I wouldn't
general
change it.
admission area to fill in.
I wouldn't change it for a world.
No, I wouldn't either. Yeah, so we came to Ohio because a certain band was playing here.
My favorite band.
A Good Charlotte.
Oh, yes. And
You
they're
know,
good.
what's special about Good Charlotte to me is that they were one of the very first bands I ever got into. Besides, like Creed was the first band I really got into, but then Good Charlotte. And then years down the line, they come out with a CD called Youth Authority. And it was their first CD in like 5 years, I think, is what it was. It was a long time.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a long time since they had another CD, and they'd broken up for a while. You know, they came out with the CD, and you know all the songs on it and all the lyrics on it were just hitting me right for where I was in my life, and so like that CD was really special to me this last year, and then later on this last year, I meet somebody. I miss Miranda. And you know that was one of the things that like we first talked about, like
We bonded
over.
We had a Good Charlotte song played for us
Because you requested it.
Yeah, because I asked you if you wanted me to, and you're like, yeah, and then we were pissed because they didn't play the whole thing.
Yeah, it was some weird mix. I didn't want that song. That's like one of my least favorite songs, though.
Yeah, but still, we bonded over it.
Yeah, and then like here we are,
Married and
married
about
a
my
year
house.
later, and then we got to see him.
No, I absolutely love them.
Mm-hmm.
So before Good Charlotte, I actually was into like Eminem. Eminem was my main.
Oh yeah, I was too.
He was all over my bedroom.
I was huge
And
into Eminem.
then, oh God, how old? I think I was in 8th grade or my freshman year. It had to have been 8th grade. Good Charlotte comes out, and this is when MTV really played music videos. There was Fuse, and they were playing music videos. Drops this Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous, and I instantly fell in love with it. I saw this and I was like, oh my God, who are these people?
That came out like 3 years before you were in 8th grade.
It was 2001.
You weren't in 8th grade then.
I was in 6th grade. No, hold on.
I was in 8th grade in 2004.
Hold on.
So, and you're only a year older than me.
Look up when Lifestyles came out. I was in 8th grade or 9th grade. It had to have been
There's
8th grade.
absolutely no way.
7th or 8th grade. It was before I knew Michael.
Young and the Hopeless.
Yes. When did Lifestyles and the Rich and Famous, when did they drop that video? Because it was a New Year's Eve. It was right before New Year's because they played at New Year's.
Let's see here. Young and Hopeless dropped 2002.
Yes. So I said 8th grade, or I was in 7th or 8th grade.
There's no way you were in 8th grade in 2002.
My brother graduated from Prairie in 2001. I was in 6th grade. So yes, I was in 8th grade.
So you just jumped 2 years.
Or I don't know. Oh, I was in 8th grade. I was the 7th grade or 8th grade. Whatever.
Your math is
Shut the
totally
fuck
weird
up.
here.
It doesn't matter. I was in 8th grade, or it had to be my.
Because I was in 8th grade when Chronicles of Life and Death came out.
No,
that
you
was
were
2004.
not. Pull up your calculator. Hold on.
2004, Chronicles of Life and Death came out. I was in 8th grade. I know this.
There's no way I was a freshman because I knew of these people before I ever met Michael. Anyway, back to my story. I saw that video and I fell in love with it. So that's when you could videotape on VHS's music video. So I went hardcore.
Taking it back.
Yes.
Taking it back.
I hardcore.
VHS recording.
I would hardcore.
They're coming out with the VHS Classic here soon, I see.
But I would hardcore videotape that song every chance I got. I got into Newfound Glory. Anyway, so I just fell in love with them. I followed them. I looked up all their backgrounds, found out when they became a band, found out everything I could. I mean, I was that little girl fucking taking the quizzes on how much you knew Good Charlotte. And I always wanted to see them, but I never got to because at that age, I don't know, I didn't think about going to concerts. I guess concerts weren't as popular back then. I don't know. And then I met my ex, and he absolutely hated them. He refused to listen to them. He even threw one of their CDs out my window when I was driving one time. So going to see them in concert was either go by myself or don't go at all. And I'm not going to go by myself. I was a shy little like, oh, I need my ex because, yeah. So then they got back together, made that CD, going out, and I was still with my ex at the time, and I went to go see them, and again, he refused. And I was tempted to go by myself. I was.
Yeah.
But still, I was at that weak point of, I can't do this by myself.
That's the dog of our existence.
I chose not to, and I just waited and waited.
Felipe is going to see them tomorrow. Is that their Chicago show?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the other option.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, then we met, and then they came out with a new CD. I follow them on every fucking social media I could. So when they dropped this like hint of making a new CD, I was like, oh my god, they're gonna come out again. And then so I was pissed because after they, announced that they were gonna come out with a CD, they announced their tour, but it was all overseas because they do most of their shit overseas nowadays because I don't know why. But once they released...
Bigger market for them.
Once they released the tour dates for North America, I was excited and I was determined to go.
Yes,
Now,
as soon as I saw that they were playing Columbus, I was like, all right, we're going to Columbus.
Now my next step is to do a meet and greet. And then I can die a happy person. Although, I was so happy with how close I was to them.
Oh, yeah, we were very close.
Very close.
And, that was a spot we kind of had to guard all night.
Let me just give you some advice. Don't ever go to a concert like that when you're pissed off, because then you get pissed off more. I went there irritated. Surprise, surprise, because my ex was irritating me with stupid shit. So you go inside, and of course everybody wants to be right up front, so they're all on top of you, which I've gone to plenty of concerts now, and that doesn't bother me. But when you're irritated, and you got some fucking 6-foot gigantuous woman standing in front of you, and her fucking hair and her back's right in your face, you get pissed off. And you just gotta control your anger and not want to hit her. Mm-hmm. You just get irritated with everybody around you, but I didn't know the other band's playing, by the way. I could care less. It was The Dope.
The Dose?
The Dose?
And they were kind of blah.
They were horrible.
They didn't sound bad, but they were blah.
They were short. They were like 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, probably less than that.
15, 20 minutes.
And then next came Knuckle Puck, which I've heard the name, but I'd never heard them. They were okay. They were definitely better than the next band, which I've always loathed.
Which was?
Sleeping with Sirens, featuring with their singer Kellen Quinn. And I have known Kellen Quinn in the music world. No, I don't know him, but like I've heard him either via Sleeping with Sirens or other things he's done. And I hate his fucking voice because it is so whiny, and it's not even whiny and like I can take some fucking emo fucking whining.
Yeah.
His voice is like
girly and high pitched. It's just like
it's beyond girly. It is beyond girly.
Like I said earlier, that's his signature voice.
He
would do that voice, and that's when the crowd would start cheering.
Oh no, not the crowd. All the girls, all the teenage fucking girls there. Jesus fucking Christ.
No,
they are so bad.
So that was the first time I ever heard them. The singing definitely was like, whoa, this is, I don't know. The musical instrument.
His little like solos, like singing things that he would do in between songs, just to
that the girls would be like, oh.
Oh my god.
No, I liked the instrumental parts. I mean, those were
the
very
music
catchy.
Was actually pretty fun.
I did like their stage presence. I did like that.
Yeah. I was kind of getting.
He didn't like the douchey.
Oh my god,
players.
the guitarists were so douchey with their like.
But they were very interactive with the crowd. I feel like they were very interactive with the crowd.
Yeah, and.
But anyway.
So bad. It was so corny with their guitarists.
Up until that point, it was kind of shitty. I had this 6-foot tall woman, hi Jess, in front of me. Her hair's in my face. We've got this group of drunk ass fucking underage kids that look like. Who can't hold their alcohol. No,
there was like 4. There's 2 chicks, 2 dudes. One of them looked like he was born in a banana republic. And he was the one that was pissing me off the most because he kept leaving. He kept going in and out.
Go to the bathroom, get new drinks. And then he was talking about last time he was in a mosh pit.
Oh, yeah, last time I was in a mosh pit, I got 3 broken ribs.
And a black eye. It went from 3 broken ribs to a black eye to 2 broken ribs and a black eye.
Yeah, and on top of that, he was like, "Yeah, if you don't leave the pit with at least a broken rib,
it's not really a mosh pit.
It's not really a mosh pit." I'm like, dude, you've never been in a mosh pit.
Yeah, he was somehow. So that was irritating. I've had those people.
The most I've had happen to me in a mosh pit, which was at the North End pub. It was catalytic, and I had my own shoulder like bump up into my jaw, which caused my jaw to shoot up, and I chipped a tooth. That took a while to get used to.
But yeah, so the first 3 bands, it was very irritating. We had been in line, so we got in line about 5:15ish. Doors opened at 6, and we wore t-shirts, so we were freezing cold. I was arguing with my ex. It was just crappy.
It was miserable.
Then we go inside, and I'm like, bam, right there. I want to be as close as I can. So every time I find a good spot, we'd get moved around. Mosh pit would move us around, and I'd end up having a fucking tall person right in front of me. Finally, though, after the last band played, they went bye-bye.
Yeah, a lot of people left. It's like, really? You guys were here for Sleeping with Sirens?
Yeah, so they threw out their set list. I caught their set list and gave it to the guy in front of me who was singing their songs, thinking he was here for them because he seemed a lot younger than us. And he goes, this is their set list. You know, here you go. But I got to be in front of you for Good Charlotte. He goes, oh, that's who I came for. I was like, fuck. Screwed. I did get up there. Once they started, I didn't care who was around me.
When Banana Republic fucking, he like the one dude left, he starts saving his spot. He's like, now if I move, he's just some drunken idiot at this point. He's like, now if I move my foot, are you gonna take the spot? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I was like, I wanted to be like, if you guys keep fucking leaving, you're not getting your spot back.
Yeah, which eventually people kept doing that. Like, some people kept working their way up there.
Yeah. Like those like 2 or 3 chicks.
Yeah, whatever.
They were like, they can't take us all or some shit like that.
Yeah. Anyway, no, it was a good night. I was happy with where we were. We were so close to them.
Yeah.
And I swear there would have been a couple times that my man, Billy Martin, looked at me. And if he didn't, I don't care. I'm just going to die knowing that he looked at me. I know.
Well, I know what you mean, because there's a few times that Joel Madden, I swear to God, we locked eyes. I'm like,
no.
I'm like sitting there trying to sing his song. He's staring into my soul.
Yes.
I'm like,
there was a song that we were singing. You had your arms wrapped around me, and we were both singing it, and I felt like he was looking right at us. And I can do eye contact. And especially if I want people to know I have eye contact, I will fucking stare you down. So I did. I just looked right at him, and I hope to God he was looking at us. I'm just going to say he was.
I did that once with Five Finger Death Punch's bass player. I was at a show, and I was pretty decent way into the crowd. Like I was close, but I wasn't like right up there. And I was just staring him down for a while, and finally we locked eyes, and I just shook my beard. I just like scratched at my beard. He stopped playing his bass for like a couple seconds, just shook it,
nice.
it's like a little beard wave.
No, it was.
Yeah, you got a beard. Yeah, I got a beard too.
I was happy. When I go to concerts, I will move around and I will dance and I will sing if I know the words. I don't usually do the jumping and the.
Yeah, you were jumping.
I was jumping.
And I was lifting you up.
You were. I kind of felt weird about that. I felt like you were like this, like, I gotta let my fat wife jump. Like I didn't like that. So I was like, don't.
No, I was just. I was helping you out because you're jumping, and I was like, yeah, let's get her higher.
But yes, no, it was the best. I didn't care who the fuck elbowed me or got close to me. I was just in awe of being in front of them after like 15 years of fucking following them around and just dying to see them. I was happy that I finally got to that close. It was like, I would have been excited at the Ruoff Mortgage Center.
Yeah.
But this was so much better. We were so close to them. We were so close that that they had to see us.
Yeah, I love shows like this. This is the shows that I like.
And they gave really good. I liked their energy. I always have. They're so positive.
Mm-hmm.
They're positive. Mm-hmm. I love it. And Benji, he's so good at talking. He is.
Yeah.
He's very inspirational.
His two speeches.
I don't know. I just love him. I love him so much.
Yeah, it was a really good show, and you're right. The energy they put off, their engagement with the crowd, you know, it was
I
really
love how
good.
they only played 2 songs from their new CD.
And they weren't even songs that I really wanted to
them.
hear. I mean, yeah, I like those songs too, but like they weren't songs I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear Actual Pain and Shadow Boxer.
No, I loved them.
Those 2 songs kick ass.
Absolutely loved how they did the time wheel. Like, they went back to all their CDs. They played a song from all their CDs. They were like, oh, what were you doing in 2002? What were you doing in this year? And I was actually shocked with how many people knew their songs. I thought nobody liked Good Charlotte anymore. I thought they were dead and nobody knew their old shit. But, I mean, the crowd was digging it. The crowd was singing along. I mean,
I was so shocked that they played Riot Girl.
Come on, it's like one of their...
But yeah, they were like, we didn't know anybody would know this song.
Yeah, they were shocked with that one. Like, you know this? Like,
they're
oh
like,
my
you're
God.
singing Riot Girl? I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah.
See,
Riot Girl was like my password on like everything for like the longest time.
Which is funny because I would have thought that nobody knew Little Things.
That was kind of like their anthem. Yeah.
The only songs that a lot of people didn't know were there are 2 newer ones. A lot of people weren't singing those, but damn it, I knew every word to every fucking song that they played, and I was just this little high school girl.
Yeah, the only songs there's 3 songs that I didn't know, and that was Dance Floor Anthem and the River. I'm not very familiar with that one, but then there's that other one off of Good Morning Revival. Something about Don't Touch My Girl or something. I don't know.
Keep your hands
off my girl. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of either of those CDs, so.
I got them brass knuckles hanging from my neck and my chain. That one.
Yeah, those songs are so stupid.
Yeah, that song,
I don't like those. I don't like those songs at all. Like I like Young and Hopeless, Good Charlotte. I like Chronicles of Life and Death, Good Charlotte.
I like all of it.
I like these last 2 CDs because that's rock. That's fucking.
I was very, very, very happy that they played Hold On.
Oh yeah, that was really cool.
That is my #1 favorite song by them. Mainly because I know it sounds cheesy, but that was the one song in high school that I would go to when I was depressed. I mean, secret about me, I was a depressed girl who did harmful things to herself, and that was one song that if I listened to it would kind of snap me out of it, get me out of it, and even the music video, I don't know if you've ever seen the music video for
I watched it premiere on MTV.
It just, that's one thing
TRL.
my ex hated was Good Charlotte, just a bunch of emo father-hating cutters, and I'm like, no. Their songs aren't, I mean, there are some depressing songs, like, they have a song where they talk about their dad leaving, that's hard. Simple Plan is where it was with, like, I Hate My Life. Mm-hmm. That was there's songs of Simple Plan that I would listen to, that those were the ones that I was like, I hate my life. Good Charlotte never made me hate my life. Good Charlotte was, like, there to lift me up. Yeah. And even still now, I listen to Hold On. If I'm feeling really down, I will listen to Hold On because it does keep me.
Hold On was such a good song. Like, I loved that song when it came out.
And I like Prayers. I don't know, like just the meaning of that song. Like, if you actually listen to the lyrics, it's a good song. I mean, it really. I don't know.
It's for me, like that song's more talking about like humanity as a whole and why and religion. Like,
see, no, I don't think it's really talking about religion. It's. Well, I mean, it is.
It is. It's basically saying like,
where's your God at?
It's like, where's your God at? What? There's all this going on. Whereas,
all this bad happening, and we're being mean to each other,
and your prayers are
we'll
basically
say that
nothing.
we're prayer for. Well, like the second part of that song, a girl lost her whole family, and people are sending thoughts and prayers, but she's buried underneath all of it because we want to act like we feel each other's pain, but we really don't. We really don't know what everyone's feeling, and I really like that because, there are some scenarios where you can look at somebody who's going through something similar, like, oh, I feel your pain, but really, we don't know each other's pains. We don't.
No.
We scenarios.
We can't, no matter how much we connect with somebody, we can't, even if we have the exact same situations.
Right. Everybody handles it handles it. And that's why I like that song, is because, you know, people can be like, oh, I've been through your kinds of relationships. I've been through somebody who was abusive, but you don't know the pain I felt. Yes, I'm sure you felt your own kind of pain, but the pain I felt, you will never know. You'll never know why I stayed or why I put up, you know, you'll never know. Unless you, Eminem, walk in my shoes, you will never know. And I don't know, I really like that song because, like, Hold On, it connects with me a lot, I think. But
Yeah, Hold On was always a really good song. And, you know, when someone finally burned the Young and the Hopeless CD for me, that was like, oh my God. Because then that's when I finally got to experience, like, all the other songs, like Riot Girl, like Say Anything.
And that's, like, they want you to keep pushing. And that's what they kept saying in their speeches. Like, you're worth something. You know, but yeah, the Hold On, I mean, it really does speak a lot. It makes you, like, maybe my life is worth something, or...
Yeah. I love that they played Young and Hopeless.
Yeah.
That was so awesome. I loved that song when I was listening to the original CD. Like,
the DVD I have of them shows the video of them making it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember, like, when I had an original Xbox, and you could rip your CDs to it. Mm-hmm. And I would just listen to Good Charlotte while playing my video games. Like, I would play Godzilla, fucking Melee or whatever, and I would just sit there and fucking jam Good Charlotte or Linkin Park Meteora while I played
See,
Godzilla.
And that makes me so happy because, well, like, my mom was happy for me yesterday because I was sending her pictures of how close. I mean, they know my obsession with Good Charlotte. They know it so much that, so you saw my binder of all the pictures I had. It's like a 3-inch binder of pictures and posters I had of Good Charlotte back when all those teenage magazines were popular. I don't remember what the hell they were called now, like Pop or like whatever the fuck they were.
I couldn't tell you.
Teenage magazines where you could find anything about any band in there. Was I loud?
No.
Oh.
I was just moving the cable.
But I did every picture I could find of them, even if it was this big, I cut out and I put on my wall. My parents never really grounded us. Didn't take anything away from us. The one time I got in trouble, and I don't even know what the fuck it was for, my mom made me take down every single picture.
Oh, shit.
She did. She's like, no, you're taking down every picture. And that got to me. That did. That was my punishment. But
everybody has their limits.
Yeah. But then
there's always the one thing that can break you.
But then I put them back up. I mean, my walls were covered. I made every every inch of my wall was covered with something of Good Charlotte. Mm-hmm. And I even was that girl who practiced making out with pictures. I did. Every girl does. Come on now. Before Good Charlotte, it was a Leonardo DiCaprio picture from Titanic.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But no, I was happy. Ugh, and I was. So they knew how excited I was. So my mom was like, "Oh, I'm so happy your husband took you." And they knew what this meant to me. Well, just like the other day, you posted something about wanting to do a cover of a song or something, and my mom's like, "Your wife would love anything Good Charlotte."
I do have. I have a recording of me singing "Wounded." It's just like it was just vocals only. I didn't do anything else with it, but I always loved that song. And when I found that song, I was like, it was weird. So I was listening to the Chronicles of Life and Death CD, and I'm sitting here, like, I think I fell asleep at the end on Meet My Maker, which is like it's like a 9-minute song because there's like 3 or 4 minutes of just empty space, and it was a hidden track. Like bands used to do that. Bands
and
used
to. They have hidden tracks in their CDs.
Yeah, bands used to do these hidden tracks where they weren't necessarily like tracks. You would actually have to fast forward to the song. And I think I just happened to wake up in the middle of it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I love that song. Wounded is such an awesome acoustic song.
Hidden tracks, along with their first song's always instrumental. Although this last album they dropped,
what other hidden tracks have they done? Because there wasn't anything on Young and Hopeless.
Yeah, there is. I'm pretty sure there is a hidden track on Young and Hopeless. I'm pretty sure.
I would have had it.
Excuse me.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure. Look it up.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's not.
Look it up. You look it up while I go use the bathroom.
Because the final track on there is Moving On. She's talking and you can't hear her. I'm not even gonna look it up. I just know there's not. Because I have the music. I have all of the music, and it's not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Wounded is the only hidden track. Unless one of the hidden tracks was on one of the CDs after Chronicles of Life and Death. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was a good show. I really, really enjoyed seeing them, seeing this band that I've looked up to for so long, and really, and the set list itself was not a bad set list. Like, I mean, minus like the 3 songs that I didn't really give a shit about. Like, everybody flips out about The River because it had M Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold, but I never got into that song. I never got into that CD. I tried to years ago when I finally like pirated the Good Morning Revival and the CD before that. I was like, yeah, I'll pirate this and see what it's all about. I was like, wow, this is really poppy and gay. That was back when I could use that term to describe something that was silly and stupid, and I didn't like it. So I'd be like, this is
silly and stupid.
Oh, those, just anything that I would refer to as gay. Now I can't say that's gay because that's offensive. If you watch Joe Rogan's latest special on Netflix, he has a whole bit about calling things gay and how it's not really that offensive, or it shouldn't be that offensive. Are you looking it up right now?
I am. Maybe I was thinking of something else.
I think you're thinking of something else.
Well, they have a hidden track on the first one.
Yeah, I never listened to the first CD.
Which I did. It's very good. Not showing one. I could have sworn there was a hidden one on there.
Nope. The last song is Moving On, and it ends the record. Now, Chronicles of Life and Death, there's 2 discs. You get 2 different... I mean, they're both essentially the same.
You know they have
CD.
2 songs called Moving On?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last one was in Youth Authority.
Yep.
And it is not a remake.
It's not.
It is a completely different song.
They have Japanese bonus tracks on that one.
On which one?
On Youth Authority.
Really?
We'll Let It All Out, Life is
Okay.
Hard, and Comatose, which I feel like I've listened
I don't
to
know.
all those.
I don't know Comatose. I've heard Life is Hard. I thought Life is Hard was on the actual...
No, it's not.
Because I bought the CD and it came with 2 or 3 bonus tracks. War, Life is Hard. Yeah, I don't know.
It does. But
I'm gonna say I haven't heard Comatose though. Yeah, this thing is freaking out. Get off your phone.
why?
Because I think it's causing my shit to...
You're always on your phone.
Yeah, but I'm usually not using this. So it's causing interference with it. I'm hearing... That's usually because of phones.
Oh, excuse me.
So yeah, it was a good show.
It was.
It was an excellent show.
I was very happy. I could die a happy person now, knowing that I saw them in person and I was so close to them.
I'm really glad I got that slice of pizza before the show started.
Yeah, I didn't eat anything.
I got a slice of pizza.
I was dedicated and stood in the same spot. Well, tried to stand
Roughly the same spot.
And got closer and closer from 6 until they played.
They didn't play until 9:30ish.
I wanted them to come out with an encore. But I knew with that last song they played and the streamers started coming out, they were done. I was like...
Yeah, once the streamers are out, that's like, yep, this is it.
Oh my god, you should have just fucking... That shirt that you caught, you should have just ripped out his bitch's hands.
I don't think it was a shirt.
It was a shirt.
It was a shirt?
It was a shirt.
Are you sure it wasn't a towel? It felt like a towel.
That looked like a shirt. I don't know, but you should have... I don't know.
So you're so adamant it's a shirt, and then you
I
say,
don't care.
I don't
It was
know.
something from Good Charlotte.
It was a towel. And
They're sweating.
and then they fucking the like 2 or 3 chicks behind me
We're
were
still
like,
fighting over
They
it.
were fighting over it for a while.
Those little girls don't know anything.
No. I was like, I could easily just rip all. I could
And
rip
you
your
should
dreams
have known how
away.
much your wife loves them.
I was like, I could rip your dreams away just by
I saved some of
yanking this fucking
the
towel.
screamer that came down while we were all getting around screaming. Oh my god, it was so much fun. I would totally redo it again. My back killed me. My feet
Oh
hurt.
my God,
but it was
yeah.
worth it. I don't know. I watched Billy most of the night. I don't know if you could tell, but that was my man growing up. I mean, I was gonna marry him.
Mm-hmm.
I was. And then Colin, I sent my family a picture of him, and they were like, "Oh, he looks old." Yeah, he's a little old now.
I told you, I think today, I was like, I couldn't get over how much he looked like, or was that last night?
I think it was tonight or today.
Yeah, I couldn't get over how much he looked like Ethan Henderson.
No, I don't see it. No, I did. Oh my god,
He
I
looks
was
just like Ethan.
I was obsessed with him. There's something, and judge me for it, I don't care. There's something about guys and eyeliner. You gotta remember,
I don't know what you see in me then.
You gotta remember, though, before I met Michael, I was the punk emo girl. I dressed like that, not just to dress like it, but that's what I liked. And the guys, I like the punk emo guys. I liked I don't know. I loved the makeup. Loved the eyeliner. I loved the, bob haircut that he had. I am talking into it.
No, it was all the way down here on your knee.
That's why you don't give me this.
That's a pop filter.
I loved it. I mean, I like that style. So, I don't know. And then I met my ex, and he was like,
Complete not that.
You are not that. And you really are complete opposite of what I liked.
Talk into the mic.
I'm talking into the mic. I'm
No.
talking loud enough to where they can hear me.
No. I'm telling you right now.
Is this better?
A lot better.
So should I stay like this all night?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Back off just a little bit.
How about here?
But no, when the mic is on your knee and you're talking all the way back here.
I'm not even that far. Whatever.
You're fidgeting. That's
This is
why.
marriage, people. Anyway. No, you are not what I liked because I hated facial hair. I did. I never liked facial hair at all. Maybe it's because my ex couldn't grow it properly. That could be why. I don't know. But I liked those clean-cut, baby-faced men that weren't beef and muscular. And I met you, and I like your beard. I really do. I like it a lot.
But I am beefy and muscular.
And you are, and I
you
like it.
And you hate that.
I never said I hated it. I never said I hated it. That's not what I aimed for. But I totally love how you look. And I tell you that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many times do I tell you look good? More than you tell me.
I tell you look beautiful all the time. Thank you very much.
Not all the time. I usually have to dig it out of you.
No.
I was shocked like a week ago
You're
when...
just so stuck in your world of thinking you're ugly and not beautiful that you don't hear me say it.
No. I do hear you say it because when you do say it, I'm like, oh. Because you don't say it as much as you think you do.
You don't.
Like,
you just don't hear me.
honestly, I was shocked the other day when you came home and I had my hair done and my makeup done. I was dressed up and whatever, and
You
you're
shouldn't
like,
have been shocked because I
you're
say
like,
it all the time.
you look really pretty or something. I was like,
I say it all the time.
Not as much as you think you do.
Trust me, I do.
Not as much as I tell you how much you turn me on. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. That's not the point.
I'm just saying. So anyway.
Man, you can suck those mics hard down so fast.
Yes, I can suck them down fast.
I wish you could suck down beer that fast.
Oh, so we're going to go to that topic of I would be a hot girl if I drank beer.
No, I didn't say that at all.
Because my ex used to say that.
I'm just saying things would be a lot easier if we just all drank the same stuff.
No. Don't put that in my head. Because, yeah, my ex used to say, girls who drink beer are hot. And I don't like beer.
I wouldn't say that.
I hate beer.
It's
I
all
like
about
liquor.
it's all about what you like. I mean, in the end.
And he
but-
made me feel like a piece of shit when we would go to parties if there were girls drinking beer because, oh my God, they're so hot. Just look at them drink that beer. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I get enough fucking carbs from my bread and pastas. I don't need beer adding on to that fucking weight. I'll stick with my hard liquor
No.
or my mics.
You drink whatever makes you happy.
I will. It's not making me feel like shit because I don't drink beer.
I'm not making you feel like shit.
I used to drink fucking sours. I drink
Yeah.
sours now.
But I mean, for me anymore, it's like I don't even drink to get drunk. I drink just to try like a new beer, or I just drink for the flavor of the beer because basically these are all the beers that I drink aren't like they're beers, but they're not beers.
See, and I've never been that type. Call me. I'm not an alcoholic at all because I work and I have kids, so I drink when I don't have the kids. Now that my ex and I are split, but I'm to that point where if I'm gonna drink, I want to drink to where I feel good. I want that happy, warm, I feel good feeling, and reality feeling. I can't just drink one or two and be okay. What's the point? What's the point of drinking?
I just drink just to try new beers and just to
And I get that,
bring in the
but
flavor.
No, I want to drink to feel good. So I do. Which isn't a whole lot. I only drink
Keep
when
talking.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
have
get
kids.
more
Oh, what do you want me to talk about?
stuff and things. Keep talking about what you're talking about.
Me being an alcoholic?
Yeah.
Not an alcoholic. I do. I like to drink to feel good because I can't just sit there and have one, maybe two, because then what's the point of that? But I also don't have that taste for beer and flavor. I just want something to make me feel it. Oh, we have 3 people viewing us right now. Say hi in the comments. We're down to 2.
I wonder if I can drink this whole growler before the end of the night.
Do it. Is it almost gone?
It feels like it is.
You should totally drink it. All of it. I just hate mics because they're so carbonated and make me burp a lot. Aw,
shit, we got-
Nate's still watching.
We got Pod Daddy Nate.
Now I
Yeah.
feel like I'm being judged. Oh God.
Yeah, the thing about these growlers is they, you can't just let them sit for very long. You gotta actually drink them within like a day or 2.
Drink up.
Yep.
So anyway, after the concert,
Oh my God! After the concert,
it was a little shitty.
it was super shitty because one, we get outside of the venue, and it was just drizzling.
It was
And
shitty
cold.
because he didn't listen to his wife, who said we should drive. So instead, he gets an Uber there. So then we had to signal
I
for.
didn't get an Uber. I got a Lyft.
He got a lift. Same shit.
It was like $3 cheaper.
But the point is there was parking garages literally right across the street. But then he was so pissed because
This
we
isn't a
couldn't have,
Danzig beanie, Nate.
we couldn't have.
Just keep talking.
We didn't have signal to get there you go. We didn't have signal to get a ride, so we had to keep walking until we found signal, and then we sat in a parking lot for 20 minutes while we waited for an Uber to come pick us up. It was freezing cold. And that just goes back to the point where you should listen to your wife.
Yeah, I was so pissed off because my phone was
pissed.
not It was it was not uploading. It was not downloading any data. It was just not doing anything. So like I'm sitting here trying to request an Uber. I'm trying to request a Lyft. It's not happening. It's not happening. Finally, I have like one last ditch effort of I'm going to turn off my phone and turn it back on. NASA finds out if you turn the Hubble off and then on again, it works again. that was an actual article. It's like NASA discovers like they've tried everything and now they're just like, fuck it, we're just going to turn it off and on again.
Yes.
And it worked. But yeah, I turned my phone off and then back on, and then, oh, lo and behold, here comes the data. It's like, what the fuck? Why couldn't you just work to begin with?
Here comes the data, and then you gotta wait 20 minutes for your ride to get here.
Oh, yeah, because there was
Which he was shocked.
Yeah, there were no Lyft drivers in the area. It was just him 20 minutes away, and he's like...
You couldn't find anybody in the
he's like,
area?
what the fuck? Yeah, he was I don't know what nationality he was, but he...
Ahmed.
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 It was Ahmed.
Ahmed.
And I couldn't understand a fucking word he said. He would...
He was trying to talk to us a little bit there in the beginning.
But he was really quiet, too. If he was a little louder, I probably could have understood him better, but... I couldn't understand him over the rap he was playing in his car.
Oh, yeah.
Which, whatever. It was like old school 90s rap. So I was like, yeah, this is sweet. Like, I had Biggie playing and shit. We got Brandon Stone here in the comments saying, just here to say thanks for checking in on the Extra Life stream and that I'm eating the last of the Oreo cream pie. Right on, dude. I hope you're really enjoying that Oreo cream pie. That stuff's really good. Mike makes Oreo cream pie really well. So until this one over here, Miss Miranda one-ups him.
You didn't tell me you want Oreo cream pie.
I haven't told you to make it. No, I haven't. But I'm fairly certain you could like completely destroy his. Because your stuff's so good. Accepted. Seriously, if any of our friends have any like those Facebook recipes, like dessert things that you want made, hit up Miranda.
Like Austin does.
Give her some money and she'll make it.
But, so no, we got back home, or here, got in the car.
Nate says, live from Ohio. I know that basement. Yeah, because you stayed down here for... The floor's different. Like, she updated the floor. It's like, got this really sweet wood flooring now.
But, I bumped the mic.
Way to go.
But,
yeah, we got back here and you wanted food.
I wanted food because I hadn't eaten since fucking 12 o'clock at 4:50.
I hadn't either, but like, I just...
You ate that pizza.
Yeah, I had the pizza. That's it. But I had a pounding headache and I was not...
In a good mood.
And I was... by that point, it wasn't my mood. It was just... My headache was killing everything for me.
So we went to McDonald's and they had one drive-thru. Mm-hmm. And the old school ordering screen where it, like little red dots and like I don't even know what to call it.
Which is crazy for around here because everything around here is like
updated and modern.
New,
like,
updated, modern, like way more than Lafayette.
But no, this McDonald's had one drive-thru and they had the old school screen that typed in the red fucking what your order was. It was like, holy shit. So we got food and came back and we passed out.
Oh yeah.
Passed out.
I passed out. We passed out fast, but I did not sleep well.
I woke up with back pain, but I think that was just because we stood on our
God.
feet for so long. And
my
when
back
you wear
hurts
Converse
so bad.
on fucking concrete floors for hours, it's not good support. It kills your back.
Not to mention just like the way you have to balance yourself because of the people around you.
Yes.
No, I woke up
What time did you even wake up? Oh, I never even felt you get out of the bed.
I want to say like 9:30 or so, maybe before that. But yeah, I woke up and I was just I woke up several times. I had a very hard time sleeping.
I was out until actually what woke me up was Michael texting me.
Oh yeah,
that's what woke me up.
Yeah, I went upstairs and my mom comes out. I start talking to her. I pour myself a bowl of Lucky Charms and sat and chatted with her for a little bit and came down here and got you. And
we went to Target and shopped for the kids.
Yeah, we went to Target. Went to a mall, oh my God. So we went to this restaurant and it's like, I can't even remember what it was called. Something.
The Matt and Miller's?
Matt Miller and Matt or something tavern. And I had this burger and it was huge. It was 3/4 pound.
Meat.
Of meat. That's just the meat. It was at the under the patty was a layer of coleslaw. It had bacon, lettuce, tomato, and onion straws. And I took the tomatoes off because I'm not a big fan of tomatoes on burgers. It's more like a texture thing. Like I don't mind it. I'll give it a go, but it really just makes everything a mess. It makes everything like slides around too much when there's tomatoes on it.
That is true, but it makes it so good.
It's tomato. It's basically
Don't say it's ketchup because ketchup and tomatoes
no,
taste totally different.
exactly. That's what I wasn't gonna say anything about ketchup, because to me tomatoes are just like they're really watery.
They're good. They give a good flavor.
I barely ever any tomato I've ever eaten, barely any flavor. It's just all it is just water. Like I just taste the water.
I like tomatoes with salt. I can't eat tomato plain unless it's on a burger. You give me a
See,
fresh,
that's exactly what I'm saying.
fresh homegrown
Even
tomato.
you have to have salt with it. You have to get salt on your tomato.
I put salt on my apples, on my fucking watermelon.
Wait,
Yes.
what?
Salt on your apples.
Salt on your apples and watermelon?
That sweet,
What?
but sugary taste.
Sweet but savory. Sweet and savory.
Sweet and salty. Sweet and salty.
Sweet and savory.
Sweet and salty.
Sweet and savory.
Yes, I put salt on my watermelon, on my apples. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I do. I will eat a nice homegrown tomato with salt on it. My mom eats it with mayonnaise. Not nasty.
What?
Yeah, my mom will cut up a nice and juicy homegrown tomato and slap some mayonnaise on it and eat it.
Sue. Come on. No, to each their own. That's just weird to me. But then again, I eat chocolate and Doritos, so
Yeah.
who am I?
Who are you to judge?
Try it sometime.
No, that's disgusting.
Dude, no, eat a Hostess Ding Dong and then immediately start mowing down on
No.
some like nacho cheesy or Doritos.
Get out of here.
I'm gonna make you do it. You live with me, so it's bound to happen.
Bring it on.
Or like Nabisco.
So if I make you like a little casserole with like a layer of fucking whatever with Doritos and chocolate and shit, you gonna eat it?
No, because that's weird. No, the trick is to eat the chocolate first,
No, it's
and then eat the Doritos. Because
like that. No,
I'll even with
chocolate
bacon,
Doritos don't sound good, but salt and caramel sounds good.
even bacon. Like, have you ever had chocolate bacon?
No.
Okay, so a lot of people dip bacon in chocolate or something like this. Like Calvin at work, he does these chocolate covered. They're bacon roses, and it's basically chocolate covered bacon. And I don't like it. I hate it.
You know, like, no. Do you
But-
remember when Burger King came out with the bacon frosty?
Yeah, I never did it.
My dad liked that because he's like me. He likes the salt and
But no, years ago when I
Sweet.
worked at Monocle's, so I feel like I've told this story at least on Journey into Comics. I worked at Monocle's, and my great grandma, she would drive in with a plate full of homemade brownies. I would eat like half the brownie, walk over to the make table, and grab a handful of like bacon bits. Like this is
you're
like
disgusting.
oh, it was so good. It
You're
was just like the Doritos.
Who are you?
It was just like I would eat the brownies with the Doritos. The trick is get the chocolatey taste in your mouth, and then get the salty. Not all at once. You can't have it all at once. It's too much. It's not good. At least to me.
So anyway,
I'll make you do it.
so we ate there. You had more than what you can handle, like usual, right?
Yeah. Oh man, I ate at least.
3/4 of it.
I didn't even eat 3/4 of it. Like I cut it in
That's the
half.
thing you always do. You always think you're super hungry and your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Always.
That wasn't the case this time. I just looked at what was on it. I knew it was a 3/4 pound burger, but one.
Even the waitress was like, 3/4. Yeah.
Yeah,
She even knew how big it was
like
gonna be.
I was not. I knew it was going to be too big. I was not. I knew the patty was going to be huge. I wasn't expecting the rest of the burger to be huge. Like the fucking, the whole bun and everything itself took a plate itself, and they had to put my fries on a different thing. And no, like I was like, God damn. It was all the condiments that really did it for me, and the bread. The bun itself was huge. So it was just, it was really good. It was delicious. Yeah, I'm not going to claim that I ate 3/4 of it because I ate half of it, and then I continue to eat. I would say maybe 2/3. That'd be a proper estimate about how much I ate. I didn't take any of it home with me because I knew I wasn't going to eat it.
Yeah.
there's just too there. If it was just like a regular burger, like nothing on it, yeah, I would have taken it home. Because I'm not gonna heat up coleslaw. I'm not gonna heat up onion straws and lettuce and all that. Like, nah.
No, bro.
Nah,
So
bro.
anyway,
Then
we came back here.
We went to the mall.
I went to the mall. Did some
Did a
window
lot of-
shopping.
a lot of
like
window
always.
shopping.
'Cause we
Well, I mean, no.
folks.
I wanted to go to the mall just because there's not really many stores that there's a lot of stores there at this mall that we don't have at home.
Actually, not a whole lot. I mean, and if
Well,
they
the
were,
only stores
they
we
were
went
like
into were stores we already have.
similar to what we have.
Yeah. What's she doing over there?
Put it down.
There you go.
I'm tired of holding it. But yeah, we went and window shopped like always.
Yeah. Window shopping's fun.
It
I like
is, but not when you We're
I mean, there wasn't hardly anything I actually wanted to buy, but it was cool to look at.
Yeah. And then we came back here, and you fell asleep and took a nap.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. We were watching Old School.
I was watching Old School. You were watching the back of your eyes.
I watched it for a while until I went over to your side of the couch and was like, "Yep."
Cuddled up next to me.
I was like, "Yep, I'm laying on you."
Yep,
You played with my hair,
I did.
and then I fell asleep.
And then you fell asleep.
And then I wake up a couple times throughout, and I wake up to Step Brothers. I was like, "Yeah." And then I fell asleep again, and then I woke up again, and you're like, "We gotta go."
Yeah, we gotta go because we went and saw a movie.
Yeah, we went and saw Halloween.
Halloween, not Halloween.
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 I typically say Halloween.
Okay, I don't know why you call it Halloween.
Because I'm just accentuating.
No, it's Halloween.
It's Halloween. It's Halloween. No, sometimes, I was
Halloween.
accentuating to be dramatic. Yeah, we went to this place called the Movie Tavern, or it used to be called the Movie Tavern. Now it's like Movies 11 or whatever.
Yeah. It was sketchy. No.
No, it really. Okay, so the last time I was here, I went to that place was 5 years ago. I watched Fast and Furious 6, and it was awesome. I was like, "Fuck yeah, full service dining."
Not what we had.
The place looked really nice. Everything looked really nice. We go in, and Mom was telling me last night, "Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they remodeled. They just finished remodeling." And we walk in, and it looked really nice walking in.
Okay, this is gonna be cool. And then we go to the theater, and it's pitch black for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, because apparently they accidentally started like
The movie halfway through, and they had to rewind it. So we sat
Rewind
there.
like it's a fucking VHS
Pretty
reel.
much, just what you had to do. You had to rewind it back.
No, it's all digital now.
No, even the lady said they were rewinding it.
They just started over.
So we had to turn our flashlights on our phone
just to
and
find a seat.
then we find a seat, and on the fucking seats are these goddamn
They're basically computer chairs.
Like, how the hell am I going to be comfortable in a computer chair?
But we had a table.
We had a bar that was dirty.
There were tables though, for the record.
So anyway, we got our menu, and we're like sitting there in the pitch black dark trying to order our food, and we're pushing the button that says on the menu how to order. Turn your switch on. A server will come to you. Take your order. And then the third step is the server brings your food.
And waiting.
We were like pushing two buttons trying to get somebody.
You were getting like another seat over, getting that switch. I was like, just fucking turn it on and off, turn it on and off. Like I was getting pissed.
Yeah. So finally the movie starts, and like 5 minutes in, he's like, "What the fuck? What do you want to drink?"
Well, I waited for like that intro.
Yeah.
I waited for that little intro that we were watching. Like it was a soft opening.
Yes.
And so like as soon as the Halloween thing started rolling, and then there was some credits after that, right? Did it just say Halloween and go into the movie, or was it like opening credits?
I think I just went into the movie.
Okay. Well, either way, I saw that and I'm like, okay, I saw what I wanted so far, so I'm just gonna go out and probably order or let them know, hey, our shit's not working. So I went out there and I'm like, hey, our fucking switches aren't working. They're like, oh yeah, our call lights are off.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. They're like, yeah, we'll send a server in right away. Cool. Maybe 5-10 minutes later, we finally get a server.
Yeah.
And
After that, though, they kept coming back and checking on us.
yeah, oh yeah, they were really diligent.
Fucking $10 for 2 drinks. That
Yeah.
was outrageous. I paid $25 for a pizza and 2 drinks.
Yeah, it was a 12-inch pizza, a 12-inch cheese pizza, and we pay. Okay, so that must have been $15.
The pizza was only $12.
So it must have been tax then.
Yeah, tax and then tip. And then
Yeah, it was not a very pleasant experience compared to my last visit there, which was actually really awesome. Their menu is slightly different, so like I didn't see anything I really wanted, so I was like, yeah, pizza's okay. Pizza's a good go-to, but no. So Halloween.
I liked it.
I did too. It was really good.
I felt like at first it was a little slow, and I was, hey, Colin. Say hi.
That's what you was.
Well, Colin just said, hey.
I know, I saw it.
And
Hey,
I know
Colin.
every time he's watching, he's like, say hi, Blaine. Say hi,
What'd
Blaine.
you say? Well, acknowledge me.
Hi. Ooh,
So needy.
I know. But no, I liked it. We're at what?
Like, where was the theater at? It's over here in Columbus, Ohio.
We're in Ohio.
Technically, I think that's considered Dublin, Ohio.
I don't know.
But we're currently in Hilliard, Ohio, and then that was Dublin, and like these are all little subsidiaries of Columbus.
But no, I liked it. At first, it was a very kind of like slow, and I was a little irritated with. So I have seen all the older original Halloweens, but it was like years ago. So I'm not like up to date on really like Jamie Lee Curtis, her character, and why her character and Michael Myers are so like clicked. So I was kind of annoyed with the fact that it was all about her at first. Like her granddaughter's like trying to have a bond with her, and her daughter hates her, and she's just like, oh, me, and I'm just like, I'm kind of annoyed with that. Like, yes, I understand what she went through was traumatic, and it can make you turn out any type of way, but I was a little annoyed with it at first until it got like about halfway through, it kind of got really interesting, and in the end it was very intense and very like on edge, and like, holy shit, I was
cool.
like, oh my god, this is good.
So for those going into this movie, you got to realize that all of the other movies besides the very original Halloween didn't happen. This is a complete reboot / sequel.
Which there's so many, like, I don't get, like,
You have to completely erase them from your mind.
see, and that's,
They don't exist in this universe, in this movie's universe. They did not happen.
And I guess I don't really quite understand, like I said, the connection between Jamie Lee Curtis, her character, and Michael Myers. Is it just because she's the one that got away and he's just trying to kill her? Like, what is the connection? Because a long
It's
time ago,
supposed to be his sister.
see, that's what I thought. Like, a long time ago, I thought it was his sister. But he kills his sister. But he also has a baby sister in one of the newer movies that Rob Zombie does. He's got a baby sister. So is it that sister? And even in this movie, the granddaughter says something to her friends about, like, oh, I heard it was his sister. And she's like, no, people just made that up to make themselves feel better, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, it was his sister Judith in this movie. And then, but in the Rob Zombie Halloween, it was her name was Judith, but then they changed her name, and it was to whatever Jamie Lee Curtis's character was. Her name,
Laura.
Wasn't Laura.
Laura.
It was something Strode.
Yeah, Laura Strode.
Wasn't Laura.
Yes, it is.
Lori,
Lori.
not Laura. It was Laurie Strode, which was that was his little sister in the Rob Zombie Halloween, but her name was Judith. Originally, they changed her name to protect her. Yeah, but so in this movie,
It was Lori.
I told you.
Shut the fuck up. No, I don't know. So I think it's just there's too many different people that made these Halloweens, and the story's all fucked up to where I don't quite understand what is going on.
Like I said, you just have to ignore everything that happened. except for their very first movie. And then you're good.
So is Lori his sister?
I don't
Or
know.
is
I
it
haven't
just a
seen the
victim
original.
that
I haven't
got
seen
away?
the original Halloween, so I don't know.
I've seen them, but I was young when I saw them, so I haven't gone back. I didn't start watching Halloween.
Technically, I've seen it too, but I fell asleep 5 minutes in.
Rob Zombie movies came out.
Yeah, the Rob Zombie ones are the only ones I've seen.
I don't know.
And the second Rob Zombie movie is just absolute garbage.
Okay, Colin says Google, so I go to Google. Okay, so the very first Halloween, 1978, 15 years after murdering his sister on Halloween night in 1963, Michael Myers escapes from a mental hospital and returns to the small town of Haddonfield to kill again. That's all I know.
Yep, sounds about right.
Halloween 2. While Sheriff Brackett and Dr. Loomis hunt for Michael Myers, a traumatized Lori is rushed to the hospital, and the serial killer is not far behind her. Okay. Halloween 3. Season of the Witches. Kids all over America want silver shamrock masks for Halloween. Dr. Daniel seeks to uncover a plot by Silver Shamrock owner.
See, yeah, that was a weird one that
I actually don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yeah, somebody was talking to me about it the other day, and they said that's like one where they kind of try to branch out and do something different.
Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, 1988. 10 years after his original massacre, the invalid Michael Myers awakens on Halloween Eve and returns to Haddonfield to kill his 17-year-old niece. Can Dr. Loomis stop him? Halloween 5, 1989, 1 year after the event of Halloween. The Shape returns to Haddonfield once again to attempt to kill his now mute niece. So is Lori his niece?
No, I have no idea.
6. Got a lot of fucking Halloweens. I don't think I've seen them all. The Curse of Michael Myers.
I think I started watching H2O once.
6 years after Michael. See, this is what I don't get is like the very first one is like 15 years after his first murder. The third one's like 10 years. Now the sixth one is like 6 years after Michael Myers last terrorized Haddonfield. He returns there to pursue his niece, Jamie Lloyd, who has escaped with her newborn child, which Michael and mysterious cult has sinister plans. See, that's why I just don't get with...
It's just, you got to stop looking at... You're taking it all way too seriously because, like once you get past the second movie of any series, especially in slasher films, like they try to start upping the ante and I mean, look at all the Jason movies.
Right.
Like, there's a movie where there was I think Friday the 13th Part 6. It was called New Blood, and there's a chick that was psychic. And she had
like an outer space one?
No, that was Jason X.
Yes, Jason X.
So Jason 10. But no, Jason. Friday the 13th, New Blood. They pitted Jason up against a telekinetic psychic girl, and she used her powers to defeat him, and it was just like fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
and then Jason Goes to Hell. Friday the 13th 9. He had this like dagger, and it would when he killed people with it, it would like take their soul. That's one thing about slasher films.
I do remember Jason X only because
Jason X was the first one I ever watched.
And like there were like those naked chicks in the
oh
bags,
my god,
was, like,
that was hilarious because
it
it just kept like every time it did that scene. They're like, let's have premarital sex and smoke weed, and then like it cuts, and then he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking murder these bitches, and then it cuts away. Then it cuts away, and they're doing all the shit in the ship, trying to escape, and then it cuts back to him, and like he's already got him like bound in the beanbags and just beating the shit out of him up. Sleeping, I say beanbags,
Yeah.
and it's sleeping bags, and then just beating the shit out of one up against a tree, and I'm like, yes, because it was just like just pure comedy.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about some of these slasher films is like they use comedy too much after a while.
I guess we just need to sit down and watch all the Halloweens. I just don't really know. I just don't really know the meaning. Like, I understand the meaning of Freddy Krueger, like how he preys on the victims of, his form, like the people that killed him, their children. or people who sleep. You know, I get that. But, like, Michael Myers, I don't understand his
motive.
His motive. Like, I understand he was an, abused child. So we get that from, like, one of the Rob Zombie films.
Mm-hmm.
He was an abused child. He fucking snaps, kills his sister, kills his stepdad.
Well, he was already a fucked up child.
And he
like,
was.
He was already fucked up. And then
Mainly, though, because he was raised in a fucked up household, and I get that. But I don't understand his motive to keep killing, or to keep killing, like, why he keeps going after Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, what is it about her character that he's just like...
I don't know. I mean, we'd have to watch the first one.
I don't know.
That's all we'd really have to watch.
Well, I'll just watch it.
I'll watch it.
I guess...
I'll watch the first one, especially. I mean, since all the other ones are completely ignored now.
I mean, I liked it. It was very... I liked the intense...
Quit fidgeting.
I liked how intense it was. I was... In the end,
it
like,
was
pulling on
really
my chair,
cool.
Like, oh my god, this is intense.
It was really cool, and it had the dude from Armageddon. The sheriff. The guy who was technically the first responder to Jason Michael's first murder.
Is he not in the original ones? Was that not the original?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
I don't think he is because, you know, he was... I don't know. He was the guy in Armageddon that had the son that didn't know he was his dad. He's like, his mom was like, yeah, that's just some salesman. And then he sees him on TV and he's like, hey, there's that salesman, Mommy. And she's like, that's no salesman, that's your daddy.
Nope.
Yeah, that guy. I don't know his name, but
No, I did like it.
I was bummed when he died.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. We've done pretty good with no spoilers.
Yeah.
For not even agreeing to not spoil it. Like, we just...
I know, I was wondering
do
about
it.
that earlier. But no, I did like it. I liked the end because it was very intense. I like those movies that...
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't care, like, the blood and the gore or whatever, that does not scare me.
There wasn't a whole lot.
Like, there wasn't really a whole lot. He did kill a child in this one. We were shocked about that.
He killed a child.
Because in all the other ones, he spares the children.
He spares babies. He spared a baby in this one.
He did spare a baby in this one. He's not a baby killer, he's just a child killer.
Which is fair.
But I was actually shocked at that because I did feel like he spared the children in all the other ones.
Typically in slasher films,
children don't die.
Children are safe. I mean, they're not necessarily targets. Like, I mean, they're usually targets, but if they are a target, they usually just don't die. They're safe.
All right. No,
they're safe in terms of we know they're going to survive.
He killed this one. But
yeah, he murdered that child.
yeah, and I mean, I like how he escapes. Like, I don't know if you want to give it away. Like, why the...
Oh yeah. No, we won't go into spoiler territory.
I do like that and like the reasoning why. And
yeah,
like,
that was cool.
I had the feeling, but no, I don't know. It was
I had
good.
no idea. I didn't think about that. Didn't cross my mind at all.
See, that crossed my mind, but like what crossed your mind at the end there didn't cross my mind.
What didn't cross my mind? What? At the end?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
That part. Yeah, that didn't cross my mind.
Jamie Lee Curtis was awesome in this movie.
She was. Which is funny, like, people... About this whole gun control in Republic and Democrat, yada yada. Apparently she hates guns. But somebody, like, posted a meme or something of her, like, oh, here's Jamie Lee Curtis holding a gun in her movie. Supporting insidious movies.
Hold on, let's keep talking about this.
Okay, we'll get to you, Colin. But you know, there was giving her shit because she's like, ban guns, blah blah blah. But yet she's in this movie where she's like badass.
It's called acting.
Blasting guns.
It's called acting.
I know, but you know how people are nowadays.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm speaking directly to those people. Like, don't give her shit because she's portraying a character that's a survivalist that's trying to, she's trying to portray this character that's she's prepared herself her entire life from that point of the incident with Michael Myers. Incidents, apparently. So. Well, this is, like I said, this is saying only the first movie happened.
No, because there's multiple movies with her where he's going after her.
That's not the point. The point is only the first movie happened. All those other incidents didn't happen. according to this movie.
I don't know.
This movie is just the first movie and then the sequel.
So he kills one time and then he's out.
Technically 2 times. Because he got out, he killed his sister, and then 15 years later he got out on the loose and started killing people, and that's where Jamie Lee Curtis comes in.
I don't know. I'm just gonna watch him. But no. Thoughts on the Insidious movies? I don't know, since I can't get him to watch them.
I've seen the first 2.
The first 2. I want to watch them. Those are the movies that scared me. Or the paranormal shit. The demon devil fucking shit. I am a believer that there are other spirits and shit out there. If there's not, cool, good, but I'm not gonna fuck around with it to see if there's not. That's what I want to watch. Which I've been trying to for this past year to get you to watch the newer one.
I just have no desire. I saw the first 2. They were good. I liked them.
I like the paranormal. That's what scares me. The blood and the horror doesn't scare me. It's the paranormal shit. The shit that you can't control.
Yeah.
I mean, even things like strangers, that scares me. That shit's not make-believe characters. Those are actual fucked up people fucking with real-life people. That could really happen. Those are the things that scare me. Those are the scary movies I want to watch.
That is what it is. Like, I'm just not into that style of film. Like, I mean, I like them, but if I'm gonna choose to watch a movie, it's typically not gonna be that.
But I watch all kinds of movies that you want to watch that I don't want
I
to watch.
know.
So we just need to sit down and watch it.
No, you're absolutely right. And it's just a matter of doing it. You know.
We have time.
Sometimes.
We do.
Right now, I'm in the season of TV right now where all the shows are back on, and I gotta watch
You're
them.
down in your room ignoring your wife.
I'm typically watching the shows up there in our room.
You're
Thank you very
watching
much.
them downstairs.
Not like Flash and stuff. I can't watch them down there. I have to watch them in our room
You only
because
watched them once, I remember.
I can't watch them down in my room because
You probably also watched them while I'm at work a lot.
there is that. I do that too. Yeah, but because I have the CW app on my Apple TV, and it's easy. The only show I watch downstairs is probably Walking Dead, which I don't know. I have not seen episode 4, if it's even, but because it wasn't available to torrent, so I don't know if it just didn't premiere, or if it wasn't on TV last week, or if it just isn't available for download. So I don't know. I want to keep watching it though.
I don't know, but we need to have some like kick-ass setup for when Game of Thrones starts back up.
Mm-hmm.
Have people over.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler needs to get caught up on it.
Yep. I mean, we'll definitely have a badass episode. We'll probably watch it in our living room, assuming the kids stay in bed.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily we'll be able to pause it and
Yeah.
stuff, but that's just not going to be any fun.
I'm just not ready for only getting to see one episode per fucking week because I'm used to watching however, which is fine because
It's kind of nice doing it like that.
yeah, because there was a point where I got so fucking not fed up with it. It was just so much that I had to take a break from it there for a while.
Yeah.
So
No, it's actually kind of nice. Like, so I watched the first 4 seasons. And then I had to wait almost a year for season 5. And then once I started watching it 1 episode a week, I was like, okay, this is actually kind of nice. Because when I was done with the whole thing, like up to that point,
yeah.
I was like, man, I want more. But
I'm just glad that we're gonna watch a season that you haven't seen. So like we're both
it's
going
gonna be
into
cool.
this not knowing
it
what's
is gonna be
going
cool.
on.
I mean, and once we get to that point with like we're watching Shameless right now, or we were.
Yeah.
We're eventually going to get to the last season, which I haven't watched.
Eventually, I mean it's entertaining, but not as entertaining as I like.
Game of Thrones is so much better.
I like the storyline of Game of Thrones. Yeah, like Shameless is okay.
It's got a lot of shock
It's fun
value.
and entertaining, but I mean,
That's all it is shock value.
yeah, I know.
It's like,
Colin, you need to watch Game of Thrones.
seriously, dude.
Do
Game
it.
of Thrones.
I
mean,
never wanted to do it, and then
it's a slow start, but
He made me.
once you get to like episodes 5 or 6 or so, then it's like
It is
game
good, it really
on.
is.
You were enthralled.
If you like titties, you get to see lots of naked girls in there. That's why he likes it.
That's not why I like it. I like the story's just so fucking good.
No, it is good. I really liked it. It pisses you off a lot, though.
No, it pisses you off so much.
Don't get attached to anybody.
There's a lot of what the fuck moments, and there's
What the fuck am I watching this shit for? Jesus,
and then
stop
there's
it.
and then there's a lot of fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah.
And this entire last season 7, was just almost. It was almost entirely payoff. Like everything was just like everything you wanted throughout the entire series, and it's happening.
Wait, no, it did shitty.
Yes and no.
It did shitty.
Yes and no. I mean, it was
more
cool.
More yes than no. Like
there was no. I mean, it was cool. Everything that happened was really cool.
Except
no. Since whatever.
That was shitty. That was horrible. That's like, what the fuck are they gonna do now?
Colin, if you don't want spoiled, stop listening for a little bit.
Pause. Don't listen.
Yeah.
He's probably not gonna watch it.
So
no.
what happened with the dragon? So
it's shitty as fuck.
Yeah, it sucks.
And like,
it's
how the
one of
hell
our
are they gonna
dragons.
defend that dragon?
But the thing is, so the name she gave each dragon, that was the dragon that was named after her brother, her piece of shit brother who died.
Yeah.
Who was fucking being a piece of shit and got himself killed. Mm-hmm. So it's like it made sense that it was that dragon.
Yeah.
Because I mean, not that it was a bad dragon. Not that was a piece of shit dragon, but like
I don't care about the dragon. I just care that holy shit. Now the fucking White Walkers have a dragon to take out.
It's gonna be
everybody.
entertaining.
Like, I didn't care. Like, really, I mean, the only dragon I care about is the main Drogon, the one that she really is like attached to, the evil demon one that just fucking gets her because she locked the other two in a fucking dungeon.
Well, that's the one that was named after her husband, Drogo.
But I don't know, and I still don't. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of her. I don't really like her character that much.
Yeah.
I don't like her I deserve it all attitude. She's very stuck up, very...
She can be, yeah.
Like, ew, I am Daenerys, and I'm this, and this. Give me what I want. I don't like that. And
well, she didn't start out that way. She gained some confidence, and that's when
she only gained confidence because she walked into the fucking fire and didn't melt or burn, which is cool, yeah. But then that's what she uses.
No,
she
had the confidence before then.
Hardly.
Because she became confident when her and Drogo finally connected.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, I'm his queen. I'm his Khaleesi.
Yeah, and I get that. Like, when a man makes you feel like that, you got some confidence.
Well, that was very unheard of for, like, a Khaleesi. Like,
right.
Normally they're very submissive. And, no, she made it so she was basically his equal.
Right.
But that's unheard of with the Dothraki.
And I get that, but I don't know. I just didn't like her, her attitude. I don't like her, this is who I am and I deserve it all. Don't.
Stop fidgeting.
I don't know. I don't want her and Jon Snow to get together. No.
I don't think they're going to get together. I mean, they hooked up.
They hooked up and they're trying to make a baby. That's what everything I read. They're trying to make a baby. No. Jon Snow's where it's at.
Jon Snow's such an awesome character.
He's badass.
I want to see what they do with Jaime Lannister. His story arc, his character arc has been so fucking good. He starts out as such a piece of shit.
Oh, I fucking hated him.
And then
he's still fucking his sister, so that's still
not anymore.
Yeah.
He left her bitch ass.
Finally.
Yeah.
If you like incest, watch the movie.
I'm so glad we started talking about Game of Thrones just out of the blue. Was not expecting this. But we're kind of running at a decent time. So
are we ending this? Because you never end it this early with your guest.
Oh, it's just late at night,
I still have one more to drink.
Okay. Well, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know, what else do you want to talk about?
See, that's why I was getting ready to end it because
We're about to close on our house in almost 2
Yeah.
weeks.
But that's why I was about to end it because like I have nothing else to talk about. We talked about Halloween. What would you give Halloween out of 10?
Halloween. I don't know. 7?
7, really?
7.5?
That's pretty low for you.
I know.
I mean,
It depends because like I said, I didn't like the beginning, not really the middle. I didn't like, but the end was where I was at. But it took so long to get to the end. I didn't really like the beginning, which I know every movie has to have a storyline of like, oh, this is what we're leading up to. But I just wasn't impressed with them leading up to that until the end. The end was badass.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the end, like that entire last act was just so good.
Mm-hmm.
I would give it like an 8.5, maybe a 9.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being generous, yeah, that's the word. I would give it a 9, but 8.5 is where I'm gonna sit. I really enjoyed this movie. There was not a lot that,
Which is a shocker because you're not typically a huge fan of.
I like slasher films. I do like slasher. I've said that a million fucking times. Don't even roll your eyes.
Wait,
I
then
don't-
why don't you want to watch Strangers too, or like The Purge,
Those
or
aren't
those kind of shit?
those
They're
aren't
slashers.
slasher.
People
Those
are
aren't.
killing people.
That's not slasher.
What do you consider slasher?
A
then?
slasher is one person going around killing people. That's the heart.
Strangers is
That's the heart of a slasher film.
which
Strangers
there's
is
typically
not.
not. Okay, so do you like the Saws?
Those are kind of slasher films, but
I love
not
those.
really. They're more survival thriller.
Yes, I love those.
They're good. I like the Saw movies mostly for the
meanings?
the Jigsaw backstory. Like
Yeah.
I like that stuff. I like piecing it, and I like the way they put all the pieces together.
Yeah.
Like the first movie's going on and the second movie's going on. While I don't know. So the second movie's going on, and then while the third movie's going on, the fourth movie's also going on.
Right.
And then it's just like this. It's like this weird fucking. Oh my god! All this shit's going on, and oh, he died, but
Have
the
you
games
seen
are
the
still
newer
happening.
one?
No, I have not seen Jigsaw.
Ooh, we need to watch it. I watched it.
I'll watch it. But no,
I really liked the twist in the end.
But no, so like I like slasher films, horror movies. They can be hit or miss with me. Like I'm
Give me a
kind of
paranormal
picky.
movie, and I'm like, fuck.
I love the first 2 Paranormal Activities.
See, and I did too. They were like intense.
Yeah, I
And
liked
then
them.
I don't remember which
The
one.
first one actually freaked me out and actually got me thinking like, oh shit, like
Shit could be real.
this. Like I kind of feel like I want to record my room at night, but then I'm at the same time like, nope, I'm not gonna do it.
That's the one thing. Like if demons are real, you don't want to fuck with them.
Nope.
You don't want to egg them on, whatever the fuck it's called. You don't want to do that, and that is, and I do. I believe that there are evil spirits, there's good spirits, whatever, and I don't want to try to piss them off. I know. I'm just not. I'm not gonna do that.
Getting
And
awful
I-
close to that keyboard, and I'm not gonna risk it.
Risk what?
You hitting the wrong key and ending this live stream.
But no, I'm not gonna risk it. I'd rather play it safe and sorry. Yeah, I don't. No. Nope. Mainly because I swear to God, I lived in a haunted house
Yeah.
growing up. I am not shitting you. Like the stories that I'm pretty sure I told you some. I mean, I get goosebumps even thinking about this shit, and it's just like, no, I'm not gonna test that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna test that
Well,
water.
maybe that could be a topic for another day. I mean, I have some stories from my own life, but they're not really that extravagant. But
No, I mean, yeah. I'll tell one. Can I tell one?
sure, go ahead. I mean, I got a pee, so if you want to start, you can start.
No, I want you to hear it too.
Well, better keep this dead space free then.
I can sing. La 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 la. Please delete that.
I'm not.
Shit.
Keep our viewers entertained.
All one of you. Is it Colin still? But this is awkward. I'm gonna awkwardly talk into the microphone. And then when he goes and records it, he's gonna be like, what was she doing? I hope you guys can hear how hard he's peeing right now. It's very hard. Got a hard stream of piss going on. And he's done. And he'll be back soon. Let's pour him another drink.
What you doing over here?
Pouring you another drink.
Jeez. Instead of talking.
Actually, I was talking, and you'll hear about it when you edit this.
Fun.
Do you want me to tell you what it was about?
Sure.
I heard your piss stream was in there.
Oh wow. Was it strong?
It was strong.
Was it a strong piss stream?
You're done with this.
Good.
How you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm okay. Jeez, babe.
Drink the rest out of there?
Yeah, eventually.
Okay, so my scary story here. So, my family and I think I was in, God, what grade was I in? 4th or 5th grade? I don't know. Moved into a brick house in Clinton County. It was the first brick house built in Clinton County. So how old do you think that is? Like 1800s.
Yeah.
It was built. Very first
Yeah.
brick house built in Clinton County by a rich white family, of course, obviously, in that time of, So anyway, there's some stories there. I mean, I can tell you tons, but the one that really freaked me out the most is, okay, so we have this brick house. Are you listening?
Yeah.
We have a balcony on the top. There's only one way to get out to it. It's from the master bedroom out on this balcony. Pretty house. So, broad daylight, my mom and I are coming home, getting ready to pull into the driveway, and we just shoot each other this glare.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what did you see? And she goes, what did you see? And I'm like, she's like, okay, on the count of 3, we're going to say what we saw. So she counted down 1, 2, 3. And when we got to the countdown, a lady in white is what came out of her mouth. Shit you not, in the middle of fucking daylight, there was a lady in a white dress. And I cannot get this image out of my mind. A lady in a white dress just standing on top of our balcony. I'm getting goosebumps right now just fucking thinking about it. Oh, yes. You can't see them, but no. I'm not kidding. There was a lady in white standing on our balcony, and we were just like, holy shit. But that wasn't the first, encounter we got from there. I mean, we had several kinds of encounters.
Yeah.
I kind of want to keep talking about it, but...
Go for it.
Okay. I will. So when we first moved there, one of the first things that happened was, Colin, my brother Colin, was like 3rd or 4th grade. So he was younger. He was still at the age where he was trying to get in bed with mommy and daddy. Well, the first couple weeks we lived there, my mom kept asking him, why are you getting in bed with us? He kept saying, I'm not. You guys are carrying me in here. Mom's like, well, nobody's carrying you in here. So she stayed up one night to watch him walking into the room. So in the room that they were in at the time, the door is this way. My mom has her TV right next to the door. My mom always sleeps with the TV on. So she's watching TV. It's, late at night. She's wide awake trying to watch for him. In an old house, floors are squeaky. Especially in this house upstairs. The floors were squeaky. So, commercial time. She rolls over, away from the door, facing my dad. TV comes back on. She rolls over, watches the TV, goes to put her arm down, and Colin is laying right next to her.
Weird.
I'm like, seriously? Ugh. Colin is laying right next to her. She would have heard him walking, especially through that room, because I stayed in that room, would have heard him walk through that room, felt him climb into bed. She never did. He was laying right there. So there was that. There was incidences when we first moved in about, we had a family Christmas picture, like with Santa Claus. Every morning, my mom would find that picture and turn around facing the wall. Apparently she said one time, was like, this is my house, this is my picture, don't touch it again. Never moved from that moment. Never heard anything. My mom did say one time she was with my grandma. The only time she heard something was she did hear that like moan, like that ghostly like ooh moan. What else was there? Oh, we rented it out to my Uncle Brian. You've met my Uncle Brian. So him and his ex-wife had a baby, my little cousin Skylar. Rented out to him when he was a baby. They stayed in one of the rooms that I stayed in. Every night, or every morning when they woke up, they found him wrapped up in a blanket with a bottle in his crib. Well, they wouldn't leave a blanket or a bottle in his crib. Well, like, we found out, because my mom was like, okay, I want to find out about this house. What kind of people died here, yada, yada. Well, the guy who built the house, it was a rich white family, the guy who built the house, his wife and daughter died of polio, actually.
Yeah.
Polio. Died of polio in that house.
Should have used their essential oils.
I know, right? Damn them. Died of polio in the house. So, I mean, I do believe that house was haunted, but I don't believe it was evil spirits. We never got harmed. Nothing ever tried. Now, there was a drunk guy that drowned in a horse barrel, like, drinking thing out in one of our front yards.
Trough?
Yes. There was a
horse barrel drinking thing.
Shut the fuck up. There was a report of that, but I really don't believe it was anything evil, but I also wasn't going to test that.
Yeah.
But I do. I believe that there are things out there. Hopefully with our new house, it's not haunted. Oh my God, that scares me going into a new place. Yeah. And if it is haunted, I hope they're nice ghosts.
Yeah, that would be favorable.
Yeah. Continuing on with the paranormal shit.
You fuck off, ghost.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
So, my very first CNA job, I worked at Mulberry Nursing Home. Mm-hmm. Well, years and years and years and years ago, it was an orphanage. And it burnt down. Children died. Okay. So, I would pick up tons of shifts. This was before I was married, before I had kids. I would pick up a lot of shifts. So, a lot of those shifts were seconds and thirds, so at night. Mm-hmm. You know, I had people tell me that down the hallway they would see a lady in a dress just standing at the corner, like, or at the end of the hallway. I never saw that. And I never saw anything, but I did witness. I went to it was actually like evening time after dinner. One of my residents was sitting in her room, and she had Parkinson's, but she was with it. I mean, you could talk to her. She was just very kind of like shaky but she was with it enough to where you could talk to her. So I go into her room because I can hear her crying from the nurse's station. So I go in there and I was like, Ruby, I was like, what is wrong? Like, talk to me. And she goes, that little boy is laughing at me. And I was like, what little boy? And she goes, the little boy is standing right there. And I was like, nope. Nope, I am done with this. I'm out of here. Oh my God. I mean, it was like freaky shit. Like, she dead fucking, like, she swore there was a little boy right in front of us just laughing at her. Can you see those?
Yep, I see them.
Oh my God. Yeah. I do.
Yeah, we'll definitely dive into some paranormal shit and our experiences with the paranormal, if in fact that is the case. I believe in it. I definitely believe it. Like, I might, like, it's hard to be like.
You don't have to be religious to believe in that.
No, you don't.
Because where do the spirits go? Where do our spirits go?
If you believe in the spirit.
If you believe in good and evil, I mean, if you believe in good, there has to be evil.
I mean, well, there is the atheist standpoint, which is there is no good, there is no evil, there is no afterlife, there's just you're alive and you're dead.
See,
science.
Yeah, but I mean,
but you know, like
I've seen too much and have.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that have seen a lot, and you know, it's all dependent on the person. You know, sometimes.
Wherever we go, who knows? I don't know, but I will say I believe in aliens, and I do believe in.
Aliens is easy to believe in. I really don't understand why people make such a big deal out of believing in aliens, because.
There's other life form. We're not the only
There's
ones
no
here.
reason to not believe in aliens. This universe is huge. This galaxy itself is huge. Like there's just the odds of there being aliens out there as opposed to us. Like
there's things watching us.
There's more chance that there's other species out there than what's on the Earth than there is that the Earth even exists. And we're here. Yeah. We know we exist, but like the chances, it's just
no. I do
infinitesimal.
I believe in aliens. I believe that there are bad spirits. I believe in karma. I do believe. That's why I try to be a good person. That's why I try not to say bad things, because I do believe karma comes around and bites you in the ass. And even if there's not evil spirits or demons and shit, I don't want to find out if there is or isn't. I'm just gonna leave it at that, and I will never touch a Ouija board. I will never try to summon a fucking demon. I know movies are made to spook and scare you, but really, I mean, if you piss off one, you try to get it to, you try to summon, I can't think of the word I'm trying to use, but I don't want to risk that. I gotta risk that. Fuck that.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
No, like it's hard to believe in the stuff when you don't know what you believe in.
Right.
By the same, I read Corey Taylor's book. The book is called "A Funny Thing Happened Along the Way to Heaven," and you know, way to go.
It was a ghost.
Uh-huh.
Shit, they're with us.
But Corey Taylor, he is atheist, but he believes in ghosts, and that is a very odd combination. But the way he explains it in that book, he's like, dude, I've had these experiences, and like, I know this shit's real, but I don't believe in God.
What a weird combination is being a Christian, believing in ghosts, and believing in aliens. That's a weird combination.
How is that a weird combination?
We've talked about this before.
How is that a weird combination?
Okay, so where in the Bible does it state that there's a life form?
It doesn't need to state it in it. There are Christian scientists.
We've talked about this before, like
that there are Christian scientists.
they're like believing in reincarnation and aliens, and I don't know. Well, whatever. Actually, I remember, like, in high school when my brother Derek went to church and we all started trying to go to the church. Our church, like, we were trying, like, dinosaurs.
Oh, my God.
A lot of Christians don't believe that dinosaurs actually really happened, and my church was one of them. Like,
there are churches that believe that dinosaurs existed along with man.
and I think, if I remember correctly, our church believed that there weren't dinosaurs.
Yeah, there are churches that believe that there weren't dinosaurs, and that the bones and skeletons and fossils we found are just a test from God, a test of our faith.
Right, yes. I actually think that's why, yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
But what's crazy is, like...
It's like, just shut the fuck up.
I mean, so you honestly believe dinosaurs were real?
Yeah, because there's fossil evidence. Because that's how science works.
But do you think they were before man? Like, before man? Or before man?
Absolutely, because there's such thing as carbon dating, which isn't insanely accurate, but it's accurate enough.
So then, where do you think we came from?
I think we came from apes. Because we share 99% DNA with chimpanzees and apes.
So what makes you think that we came from, like, what, like, how are we different from them? Like, what, was there, like, a certain thing that we bred with that made us?
At some point, our genes, our brains...
I guess I never really asked this from you.
We evolved to a point where our brains could function in a way that the other apes couldn't. And then we pass those genes along. And that's just how evolution works. We pass along genes, and little tiny spots along that tree of, passing, like that genealogy.
Mm-hmm. So why aren't we still evolving? Like, why aren't we still like?
We are. It's just evolution takes a matter of thousands of years in terms of species
So do you
evolution.
think apes were there with dinosaurs?
No, absolutely not.
There were dinosaurs. Dinosaurs died, and then where did the apes come from? Okay, so let me ask you this: where did the apes come from? You think we evolved from apes? Where did the dinosaurs come from? Where did the apes come from?
I mean, if you look it up, you can find it out. I don't particularly know that.
Well, yeah, like Google can tell you anything, but is Google right?
Yeah, because usually it's if you look up like actual encyclopedias, not Google. Google isn't everything. There was stuff before Google.
Encyclopedias about like Christian beliefs, like where God created.
Yeah, but that's all written by. Okay. Fossil record. That's what we go off of mostly.
Yeah.
But like I particularly do not know what came before apes, what apes evolved from, but someone does.
Well, all I gotta say is none of us know.
No,
Until
I mean,
we die.
no. In
And then
terms
when
of
we
an afterlife,
die, do we even really die? Do we start this life over again? That's one thing.
That's Hinduism.
Huh?
That's barking into Hinduism territory.
No, that's one thing I believe in reincarnation more than I do. Like, I wonder, do we just die and then just relive our life over and over and over again? That's just what we constantly keep doing. We're just reliving our life.
Oh man, is that like why we have deja vu?
That's what I was gonna say. And we've talked about this before. Is that why we have like these moments of holy shit? I feel like this has happened before. Or do we die and do we come back as somebody totally different?
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't.
We don't know.
And that's one of those things that scares me the most, is not knowing, like, when we die, like, are you just going to go blank? Is everything just going to be lost and not for, like, do you just shut down? Like, yeah.
I watched this really cool movie. It had, I can't remember. It was Jason Segel and Kate Mara's sister. She was one of the main characters in the new Nightmare on Elm Street. I can't remember her first name, but she's one of the Mara sisters, and it was just like it involved like it was kind of like the movie Flatliners, but it wasn't nearly as like like horror.
Right.
It was more just like one of those indie films where it's just like, what happens?
Right.
And yeah, it was just interesting.
I want to know what. I mean, we all want to know what happens, but I feel like a lot of because there are people who die and come back, and I feel like all of them do say like, "Oh, I saw a white light," and I don't know. It's almost like one of those like, sounds weird to say, but like I think you want to die, but you want to die to find out what happens.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I just want to know what
It was
happens.
called The Discovery. Let me read the synopsis for this. In the near future, due to a breakthrough scientific discovery by Dr. Thomas Harber, there is now definitive proof of an afterlife. While countless people have chosen suicide to reset their existence, others try to decide what it all means. Among them is Dr. Harber son Will, who has arrived at his father's isolated compound with a mysterious young woman named Isla. There, they discover the strange acolytes who help Dr. Arbor with his experiments. Rooney Mara, and Robert Redford is the father. Yeah, it was a really good movie. It was really slow. It was really weird, but it was cool. It was a really cool movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It was like a Netflix original, I think.
I don't know. All I know is
I watched it alone.
Really know.
That's a weird movie to watch alone, and it really makes you think. And yeah,
It's scary that none of us know.
yeah, it is scary, and I think that's why. I think that's why one of the reasons we created God, because it's comforting. It's one of the reasons we created heaven, because it's comforting knowing where we're gonna go, and then it's comforting knowing that bad people go to this other place where they're gonna be punished. Like it's a comforting thing for people.
Yeah.
You know. Like, oh yeah, this person's a piece of shit, so they're going to go to this other place where
And rot in hell. And
they're
have,
going to
like,
be
a-
punished and tortured and all that. And it's like, and that makes us feel good.
Which is stupid because...
That makes you feel good, right?
Yeah, I know, because...
I mean, it's a cool.
It does.
It's a.
To a point, because their Christianity believes that unless you're baptized, you're not getting to heaven. So you could be a
Not
really
all
good
Christianity.
person. Not all. But you
Not
could
all
be...
Christianity.
The one that I did, you could be a good person. But until you get dunked in water, you're going to hell.
That is the thing about Christianity. There are so many different variations with different beliefs of the same exact thing, and it all fits because of one person decided, you know what, I don't agree with this, so I'm going to branch off and do my own thing.
See, and that's
And
right.
that there itself is why I'm not a big fan of it, because so many people have just been like, you know, I don't like this aspect, I'm going to change
Right.
that, and then there people are like, yeah, you can't change that. So that person that wants to change it is like, you know what? Nope. You know what? I'll just start my own version. Bye. And it's just continued to do that
Right.
throughout the hundreds and hundreds of years that Christianity's been a thing. And it's just like so many times have we rewritten it just to suit our own personal needs, that it's just like, what do we believe?
Yeah.
Like, why should I believe any of this? Because it's been so diluted with so many different perspectives of it that it's just like, you know what? I don't even care anymore. I'm just not going to believe any of it.
Right. And and I, years ago, my parents would kill me for being the way I am now. But, growing up, we weren't, I don't want to say we were super religious, but I do remember my parents sending us to Bible church and shit on Wednesdays, but we never went to church on Sundays. But then, like I said, my older brother Derek got big into this Christian church. What got it started was this guy through like a recoveries class. That's what Derek went to, and then from there on, he was going to the church. And he's like, "Hey, let's go to this church," and so we all went.
Mm-hmm.
We were all trying to learn, So at that moment, I was young. When you're young, you can be convinced of things a little easier, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is the way. This is what you should believe." But as I've gotten older and I, see all the shit that happens in the world, it's hard to pick which one is right, how to know which one's right. And what makes it even harder now is having kids, being raised in two different households where we
don't talk about it at all.
we don't talk about God, we don't talk about Jesus. We don't know if they're real.
We don't talk about it at all because
we don't talk about them badly. We don't say,
no, not at all.
God's not real. Jesus isn't real. But then you've got them growing, their father and his woman shoving church and shit down their throats, which, if they want to grow up believing that, that's fine.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, not to
hard.
really get into the subject, but like it's crazy how much they shove that down their throats, but they're not
Don't live that way.
They don't live very quote unquote godly.
No, they do not.
So it's like,
it's
frustrating.
I'm trying to think what my. So Maverick has one of his. He had tubes put. Both my kids had tubes put in their ears a couple years ago. Well, anyway, Maverick's is starting to finally come out. It was in his ear. You can see it in his ear. Well, the other day, Nazira said she couldn't see it, so I looked in there. I couldn't see it. So they go, "Oh, Jesus made it come out." They say things like that. They do, like, "Oh, Jesus made this happen."
That's nuts.
And
See,
I don't
no,
know
that's
how
too
to,
far.
I don't know how to respond to that.
That's too far.
I don't know to be like, "Yeah, Jesus did
That's
it."
called indoctrination,
Right.
and it's too
but
far.
It's hard because there's a few things that they say where like, "Oh, Jesus did this," and I don't want to say no, Jesus didn't do that, because if they want to grow up and they want to believe in Jesus and believe in God, they can, as long as they're not hurting anybody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what to say. I'm at that point where I'm like, yeah, honey, Jesus did it. But when I'm like, oh, Jesus didn't do that.
The way that they're being taught about all this stuff, it's very indoctrinating. It's very, I think, very unhealthy.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. I don't want to discourage them from believing whatever they want to believe in. They're absolutely allowed to, and
they want to be Buddhist. They can be Buddhist.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, they're very young right now. They're very impressionable, and this is the time to get them.
Well, and when you think about it, the majority of the people in their life talk about Jesus and God. You know, they got Michael and Kaylee. They've got my parents. We're the only two who. I know I'm not fucking saying there's not a God in Jesus. Maybe there is. I'm just saying I don't know what is right.
As we say on this show a lot, form your own opinion.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't. When it comes to those, I just don't.
No, like I don't know. They're too young to understand this standpoint, but I've been told, you know, whatever fulfills you.
Yeah.
You know, if that's, I mean, they're kids, so it's like they don't need something to bring them peace.
Yeah.
Like their minds aren't that complex yet.
They do need something to bring them to peace. There's usually a person they want to connect with to bring them to peace.
Yeah, but you don't need that until like your teenage years, typically.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
I remember being a teenage and I was like,
and you don't even realize it until you're like mid-20s,
Yeah.
like what you need to bring you peace. You just don't. It's just not something you think of in terms of fulfillment.
right. Because if Christianity is real, then all children are pure and they will walk with
Up to a
God.
certain age.
18, I think.
No,
Right?
no,
No?
it's way younger than
What
that.
what age is it? Is
I
there
don't know. It's
in
like-
the Bible it says an age?
It's like 10 or 12.
Is it what?
roughly.
No, because there's 13-year-olds who are still childish.
No, but that's after a certain age,
And
you start.
by
That's when you
man-
start
like,
thinking more
and-
for yourself.
And Christians, they say follow man's law, and man's law is 18 under, you're a child. So is that like, okay, 18, you're still, or 17, you're
know.
still a child? That's what I'm saying. There's
I
just
really
too
don't
much.
know.
To
I
even
really
know.
don't know. Most of my Christian knowledge comes from the Left Behind book series, which is actually a really good book series. Like, I love reading those books, and you know that those books actually like made me more Christian at the time of reading them, and then afterwards I faded away. I faded off again, and I was like, okay, whatever. I don't believe in this anymore.
Like, I would just like to be around, like, being in the medical field. I've had people die
Yeah.
in front of me. And it makes you think, like, where are they at now? And it's weird to say this, but I would like to be around somebody that dies and comes back from it.
And well,
Because,
that's
you know,
tough.
I
That's
mean,
tough.
you hear and those people say, "Oh, I saw the white light. I saw the."
There's so much science.
But are they just saying that because that's like the thing to say?
Well, the thing is, it's not even. Oh, it's just a thing to say. It's just there's so many chemicals and neurons firing at the same time when you die. Like, your brain is still active when you fucking die. So
Right.
like losing oxygen causes something like this.
Right.
Like, there's so much going on in your brain at those moments of.
And when you lose oxygen, you typically hallucinate. So are
Yeah,
you
you
hallucinating?
hallucinate. You see light.
Right.
Like everything goes white for a
Right.
second, and you know it's weird. It's really weird.
I'm just at that point, like.
It's hard to believe. I mean, like you said, you hallucinate a lot. You know,
Right.
you lose oxygen in your brain for
You're gonna
7
hallucinate.
minutes. You're gonna have brain damage.
Yeah.
There's-
None of us know until we get there.
Yeah,
Just be a good person. Just that's what I have come to.
and you know that's very subjective, but I think being a good person doesn't exactly have to mean, for a lot of people, being a good person means, oh, doing the Christian thing.
No.
It's like, no, just don't be a piece of shit.
But
It's
also, like, okay, so...
that covers a very broad territory. It's not hard to not be a piece of shit. It's really easy to not be a piece of shit.
Right.
You
So do you believe in karma? I don't think you believe in karma.
Karma, it's
I do.
It's weird.
That's the thing, is like...
I believe you're going to get what's coming to you.
There are even moments where I'm just like... I don't know, like the other day at Halloween when I was having those chest pains. I'm like driving from our house to Rossville. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm just like, please, please, please. Like I was like praying. I don't know what the fuck I was praying to, but I was like, please. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But I do believe in karma. I do believe. I don't know. At least with me. Well, I don't know, because I'm a good person. So I don't know why karma comes around and bites me in the ass when it doesn't bite my ex in the ass. I don't know. I guess it's more of like I feel guilty versus karma really being real.
Yeah, that's kind
I think
of
that's what it is.
is.
I think it is, if I feel like I'm being a bad person, I'm going to feel guilty about it. And if something bad happens, then I'm just going to assume
you're
going
to blame it. Yeah. It's all relative. It's all based on perspective and all that shit.
Yeah.
I do and I don't believe in karma. I think if you're going to be a piece of shit, the good people that are in your life are going to recognize that, and bad shit's going to happen to you because the good people leave.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like,
but also,
it's weird. It's such a weird concept to think of, like, what's the science, what you would call the scientific reason for karma.
Right.
The sociology version of karma. Like, why does karma exist?
like, why do bad things happen to good people?
Why do bad things happen to bad people?
Right.
Why? And is it something that psychologically happens? Is it something that sociologically happens? Like, it's really cool.
Like, it's like, I always say I have bad luck. Like, I'm used to bad things happening. No matter how good of a person I am, I'm used to bad things happening.
Mm-hmm.
But, then I met you, and I still am to this day, like, it's too good to be true. Something's gonna go wrong. It's true. And maybe it is a psychological thing to think that, because I'm just used to bad things happening, no matter how good of a person I am.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like it's too good to be true, but like, by no means am I perfect. By no means has this relationship been perfect. By no means has.
Fuck you.
No, but honestly, we're not a perfect couple. But we're a real couple. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Don't even try to be dramatic right now. No, but
Goodbye.
You know exactly what I'm saying, right? We're better than most couples.
Yeah, we're not perfect.
No,
but
no couple is perfect.
No.
And that's what I'm getting at.
You were downplaying us a lot more than that.
No, you're looking at it that way.
Because I have been brought up to look at it that way.
Not stupid.
You also know my history in my life. So.
Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying.
No, you're not perfect.
No, I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. We're not
you.
perfect. It's just
I don't have the perfect boobs or body. I get
that's
it.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
That's really what you're saying.
That's really stupid. Shut the fuck up about it. No, it's like we're not a perfect couple because no one's perfect, but we make it work, and that's the difference between.
We make it work because I'm a little bit more lenient than you are.
No, that's not the point. We work together. You know, like as opposed to most couples where they just break up over petty shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm getting at. I'm almost out of beer.
Me too. I'm on my last one.
I gotta pee again.
Me too.
You want to just cut this?
Yeah. But we got one more person watching. Finally.
Oh, wow. We have a person watching.
Who are you?
Who are you? Comment. If not, we're about to leave. So.
If you want us to talk to you, that one person watching, you better speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yep.
You comment and we will reply.
It's going to take a couple seconds because the feed's, yeah.
Delayed.
You know how it goes.
We'll give it to like 2:15. You have 2:15 to comment. Let's play the Jeopardy waiting. Do, 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 do. Okay, maybe 2:15 too long.
Yeah. That'll be a
Oh,
bit
they're
long.
gone. They left.
Oh, damn.
We're done.
Anyways, so this has been a fun podcast. Mm-hmm. I've really enjoyed talking to you about our weekend and
Do you know you're talking to your wife?
all this other stuff that we've talked about. Yeah. So if you're listening, please give us. If you haven't already, please give us a subscribe on podcastrophe.podbean.com or iTunes. We're on iTunes now. Check us out. We mentioned it earlier. Just search Podcastrophe. You'll see the logo. You'll see us. You'll get all of the episodes. We're also currently still on the Journey into Comics Network feed. So if you're on the Journey into Comics Network feed, please subscribe to our actual Podcastrophe feed. If you're on the Podcastrophe feed, go over to Journey into Comics. You get several shows like Brews with Dudes, Journey into Comics, Foodies Watching Movies,
Kids for Sale,
Adulting Ain't Easy, The Voice of Survival, Journey into Wrestling, Poor News, Poor Entertainment, Foodies Watching Movies. I think I already said that.
You said that one already.
Gallif Radio, which I don't like to mention because I'm not very pro Doctor Who, but it's another show. So just listen to it if you're into Doctor Who.
We're back to one person watching.
Oh my God.
I don't know who it is.
But you can check us out every Tuesday live on the Podcastrophe Facebook page, where we may be branching out to other live venues while we stream on Tuesdays. So I'm going to test some stuff. I'm going to make some tests. Maybe we can get on YouTube and Twitch live at the same time as Facebook.
I wish you communicated with your wife about this shit.
I don't think I need to at this.
Communication is the key. Teamwork makes the dream work.
I don't see how that affects anything. Because it's literally just the same exact live show that we do on Facebook, just at other websites. Anyway, so yeah, give us a subscribe on Podcastrophe or Journey into Comics, and please make every day a big dick day. Bye, guys.
Woke up this morning with my dick in my hand. Girlie's to the right of me, just like our plan. It's gonna be a big dick day. 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 Big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day. It's gonna be a big